Sunday, January 29th, 2023, last day of business. After many years of business, we are officially closing the doors of the Acropolis restaurant. It's a difficult decision to make, and we apologize to the short notice to our valued customers. Due to recent health events and very high food costs, we felt it would be very difficult to continue to serve you. We want to thank you for all your many years of continued support in business. Thank you for our wonderful memories, and we hope our paths continue to cross. We are grateful for your patronage. With love and gratitude, Nina and Jerry Drassos. They were in business here over 50 years. This was the classic Greek American diner, and it's now closed. Victim of the times. And I'll go around to the front. The Acropolis was a classic American Greek restaurant. Sadly, it's closed now. But what is interesting about it is that for many years it served many people. Has the old-fashioned lunch counter inside and a lot of things. The sign up front. Considering Jerry is well in his 90s, if not 100 years old, it's amazing they were in business for well over 50 years. And as you can see, the tables and the booths and chairs are still in there. And that's a classic lunch counter back there. This was a place to eat that if you wanted food. It wasn't great cuisine, it was good cuisine. And it was reasonably priced. What is interesting is that now that they've closed after 50 years, some restaurants all around here, but this was the only one that would open at 4 in the morning for breakfast. This was the only restaurant that had a lunch special that very often cost less than a sub at the Subway and was a full meal. In other words, you could get chicken speedies with mushrooms and onions, and you could get with French fries, and would even include coffee. You could also get meatloaf, Spanish rice, stuffed peppers, stuffed cabbage. You name it, they had all different kinds of cuisines on it. It was a truly diverse restaurant. And it is kind of sad that we have lost another one here in January of 2023. Nina and Jerry, for many years, their life was this restaurant. When you come in at 4 in the morning, when you're out looking for food, I remember for many years I would see Jerry over at the Sam's Club early morning getting supplies. The Acropolis, an American classic. Now what is interesting is the same year, this was one of the first subways in the entire southern tier area here in Endicott, half a block away from the Acropolis. And now it has closed after many years. Just a closed sign up. There's no story about it. We don't know what's going on with the franchise, because it was a franchisee owned Subway, I'm sure. But this was the first one. This one opened in Endicott before any of the rest of them, mainly because there used to be 10,000 plus IBM employees working across the street down there at the end of the street, across North Street. We are in Washington Ave in Endicott. And so this video is about 2 abandoned restaurants. Well, closed restaurants, let's put it that way. Not necessarily abandoned. Jerry and Nina were in business more years than the Subway. The Subway was here, probably here over 40. Jerry and Nina were probably closing in on 60 years. And Jerry was closing in on 100 years old probably when he shut down Acropolis. But anyway, these were a couple of the many restaurants that were in this area when IBM was at its height. I mean, over on North Street, torn down many years ago, was a place called Mr. Anthony's. And there was a few other things that closed up here over the years too. And of course down that way and over here used to be Burt's of Endicott, big department store. Used to be some more jewelry stores. And a lot of other things. Endicott is changing with the times. Family-run businesses are closing, partly because the family either is gone, old and retired. I mean, across from the Acropolis, way back when, there used to be Interlaid Hardware. Interlaid Hardware was the most unique hardware store because you could buy things there that were 30 or 40 years obsolete, but they still would have them in stock after many years. They've been out of business now for about 10 or 15 years. There are still a couple of old traditional hardware stores in the area, but Interlaid was unique in that not only did they have stuff that was that old, but yet it was new parts that had been sitting in the store all that time. They never raised their prices on any of them. So you could walk in there and find something at 1960s price. Once again, another family-run business when the family was gone. That was it. Oh well, thought I'd take a walk down the alley here. And M&T Bank here has a walk-through, which I already went through to go over to the front of the Acropolis. But I'm just going to get another view of the back door of the Acropolis here. By the way, next door to the Acropolis, the original Italian restaurant, which has its own homemade bread and so forth, and I believe that's still going. I just had lunch there recently. But I remember, and I used to be able to come over here as early in the morning as I wanted and get a great breakfast at the Acropolis. The Acropolis had a very good omelet menu for breakfast, along with all the other traditional breakfast foods, and the strongest coffee in town. That coffee's gone. And while there are a couple of Greek restaurants around, Greek American restaurants around that still serve strong coffee, I would think this one had among the strongest. Reporting from Endicott, March 30th, 2023. And thank you, Jerry and Nina, for over 50 years of making a lot of people very happy and serving good food at reasonable prices. Something that as local businesses go out is going to be harder and harder to find. Luckily, we still have a strong local restaurants in the area. Hopefully we will keep them, like the original Italian and others, because once they're gone, they're gone. That's just the way it is. Thank you for watching this video, and from Endicott, New York, in the alley behind the Washington Ave businesses. This was the story of the Acropolis and the first Subway, which are both now closed. Thank you. Charlie.
Bye.